this video, we're going to be talking about the spot mode in aesthetics. Why the spot mode and not the spray mode in aesthetics for skin tightening? This is because the spot mode is very easy to learn. Also, the spot mode leads to consistent and repeatable results in skin tightening. And again, is extremely easy to learn, especially for beginners. Now, skin tightening leads to the reduction in the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles, if done properly, and I'll show you how to do it in a second. Also the reduction in the appearance of perioral lines, which are those lines around the mouth that appear normally after you're 50 or after you turn 60, depending on the amount of cigarettes you smoke or whether you've got a healthy lifestyle or not. And then what we'll see is that many people want to have them removed. Also the periorbital lines, which are really the crow's feet, and also it is used for eyelid tightening, both upper and lower eyelid, and is also used for atrophic scar attenuation. Now, when you first start to use the device for the first time for skin tightening and you apply the spot mode, set the device a minimum power, which is to say 3 batteries, level 1. Now, not only that, but you have to make sure that you apply the spot mode in a small area at a low intensity. Then there is another video about the intensity of the treatments, but we're going to go into that later on. So what we mean by that is when you first use the device for skin tightening, apply short bursts for a quarter of a second. Really, as soon as you see the spark, just withdraw the needle. And those spots have got to be separated between 3 and 4 millimeters apart. You're actually going to watch a very short video right now. So as you've seen in the previous video, the bursts are very short and they're spaced between 3 to 4 millimeters apart. Now remember to apply those spots randomly and never forget to patch test the client before you perform a full treatment. There's another video on patch testing. Now, you're looking at this picture here, you may ask yourself what it is. I mean, in my mind, this is what's supposed to be an eye. And those black lines are supposed to be the wrinkles or the folds, so to speak. So now I'm going to illustrate how applying randomly spots, what we mean by that really, and what you should do and what you shouldn't do. Okay, when applying the spots, apply them randomly. Never to form a line, for instance, never form a line of the sort, randomly. So you've got a quite uniform skin pulling effect. These spots have got to be distanced, the first time you use them, 3 to 4 millimeters apart. And never apply these bursts in the folds themselves. So do it between the folds and never inside the folds. The reason for it is that since we're using skin tightening, then when the skin tightens, those folds will be less visible. If you apply spots inside the fold, you may worsen the situation instead of improving it. So remember, it's very easy. Remember to apply those spots between the folds and never inside the folds. And as a last note, remember that the results of skin tightening using the spot mode are appreciable but never dramatic. So you will see results as long as you take before pictures, but it will never be as dramatic as plastic surgery. Thank you very much for watching.